Well guys, today's a nice bright sunny day. First sunny day in a long time here in Lumby. We were cloudy and foggy for probably a couple weeks. It was mild. It's getting a little cooler now, which is nice because the ground is nice and crispy. But anyway, today we're going to do an oil change on the skid steer over here. It's a first oil change, first 500-hour oil change. So yeah, the cat, I signed up for the free filter kit when I bought the skid steer. So got the filter kit, got oil, and that's what we're going to do today. And I'll also give a little review on the skid steer. I got it warmed up, just finished feeding, so the oil's nice and warm. But yeah, I'll give a nice good review on this thing. Tires at 500 hours. I don't know if you can see that. It's a 500-hour Cat 272D filter kit. Go ahead and open that. See what we got inside here. A couple filters, fuel filter, oil filter. I don't know what this is. Huh. Looks like they want me to do a fluid analysis. Oh, they got a nice little water bottle cup from Cat. What else do they got? Another fluid kit. Another one. I got that's the engine oil. Not too sure what this is. Let's see here, breather. And then they got the, looks like a fuel filter. So I gotta figure out, open up this bag here, see what they all got in here. Some sort of cap. Well, I guess that's how you take your fluid sample. That's what's on in this package. Wow. And they even give you an express post to the lab in Edmonton. I'm gonna be a little busy here today. Geez, I didn't know how to do all the sampling. Here's the oil. Open that up. 4 jugs of Cat oil, engine oil. Might as well stick with the good name brand, eh guys? Cat oil. Might as well go Cat all the way. So that's what we're gonna do. Put the skid steer in here. We'll do the oil change right inside the shop here. I'm gonna take these 2 bolts out from my last skid steer, and then the oil drain is under there, I think. Or maybe it's this one. That'd be nice if it's this one. No, that's the motor mount. That's unfortunate. That'd be really cool if Cat had something like this for the oil, so you wouldn't have to take this plate off. I guess a sample from the hydraulics. I think it's maybe over there. That's the sample port, I think. I'll have to look at my owner's manual. That's the oil filter right there. We'll take that off. And the fuel separator looks easy to do. Oil filter is pretty easy to get at. Add oil, and we'll check the air filter, and then we should be good. You guys see an oil plug there? Yeah, right there. I guess that's how you take a sample. Wendy, can you open up my oil cap there so it drains out better? I got it. There we go. That'll drain better. Ew.
You should be wearing gloves.
I know, hey? Hopefully all that oil fits inside. There's the old one. There. I usually like to keep the plastic on the filter until I got it on there, so we got a nice clean filter on there with no oil marks. Oh, I guess that didn't work. Say hand tight. There. I think there's some oil on the side of that engine. I'm taking that filter off. Now all we have to do is put the, where's the plug? Put the plug back in. Get it up in there. And we're just gonna put the cover back on here. Start with one screw. Where did the other one drop? Right there. Make sure we don't lose it. Now, all we gotta do is put oil in. One-handed. There we go. Oh, I hate those freaking things. You never want to put this stuff in your oil. You never can pull off these things in one piece. There. Now we should probably get a funnel. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and do it without a funnel. If we do spill oil, it'll be on this rag. So, here we go. So far, so good. A little bit of spillage. Ah, crap. Oh, okay, we're gonna get a funnel. You can't do this one-handed. Funnel right full of oil. Look at this mess. There. So we're right on the second dot there. I'm not too sure if you guys can see that. Let's see if we can clean it off here. So that's the dot we're gonna go to. Second dot, we'll do one more check here. Put it in the inspection hole here, whatever you call it, dipstick hole. Pull it out one more time and see what we got here. So we're just above, but we gotta fire it up and get some oil in the filter. So that's what we'll do now, quick. Gonna let it run for a minute or so and then we'll recheck the oil level. In the meantime, we can clean up all our stuff here. Do one final check here on the after the engine ran for a bit. We're right at that dot there, so we're good. We are good. We're golden. There, that concludes the oil change. Now we're just gonna do the fuel filter. Oh, and I tried to take out some fluid out of this port here, but I think the engine has to be running, so we might do that right now, quick. Then we're just gonna stick this this soil or this sampling container Comes with a little pin, and we'll just poke it in there once the engine's running. The coolant. That's how you take the coolant. I gotta figure out how to get the hydraulic. So I just finished taking all the samples. Just gonna put them in the prepaid express post. So now we're just gonna take off this fuel filter and put the new one on. But I guess we have to take off this bottom piece here with the wire and the breather hole. But I'll put the new one in. I must say, that fuel filter went in really nice compared to the old style. So good job, Kat, on improving that. That was really nice. That went off and on really easy. So now we just have to take off this this stuff here and put that on. You can see that little sensor on the bottom there that senses water in the fuel. Put that on to the new one. Should have maybe did that first because it's kind of hard to turn it with all those wires when that thing comes around. But we'll get her. There, I think that's it. Just plug in the wire and away we go. So I'm just going to show you how we lift the cab. There's a bolt here, there's a nut here. We take this off and then we can tilt the cab up. So I got the nuts off here. Now all we have to do is lift up the cab. And then this thing here, once the cab lifts up, it'll lock into here. They gave us a filler cap or a vent cap for the hydraulics. And you have to tilt the cab up to get at it. And it's right over here. So we'll just take the old one off. And then we'll go grab the new one, which is still in the shop here. So this is the old one I just took off, and then this is the new one, breather. So we'll take this out of the bag. It's identical, just newer. Not too sure why they want us to replace it. I guess maybe it can get dirty. But anyway, we'll put that on. There goes the new one on. But yeah, you have to lift the cab to put this cap on, so that's kind of inconvenient. But it forces you to lift the cab and see if there's any leaks under there anyway, so I guess it's not all that bad. And while we're here, we'll grease her up with my Milwaukee grease gun here. As I'm greasing here, I'm just going to show you the sheer size of that joint there. Look at the thickness of that metal. That's some pretty thick metal in there. Okay, well, that concludes the grease and putting that little breather, hydraulic breather in there. But overall, the service was easy to do. Till the next video, guys. Cheers.